Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. First, I would like to say thank you to everyone who comes by and supports my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. If you would like to email me with any suggestions, questions, or concerns, my email is always going to be in the description box below. Again, thank you for visiting my channel. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Candace Yvette, and I am back with another video. Now, in this video, I will be covering a case that came to me out of the Titusville, Florida area. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So it says, a man is now charged with first-degree murder after Titusville police say he attacked his girlfriend with a machete, then shot her with a rifle when she tried to run. Ain't that crazy? He attacked her with a machete, y'all. Okay? The charges from this attack were amended because the victim later passed away from her severe wounds. Now, from what I was able to dig up, they let her stay on life support long enough just to harvest her organs. And when he attacked her with that machete, he was damn near close to dismembering her right hand. So her right hand was almost dismembered. So this was absolutely brutal, okay? And also what I'm hearing about this case is this young lady, her name is Madden. She was only 21 years old, y'all. She was attacked by 22-year-old Alteric Johnson. And from what I'm hearing, Tykara, you know, she had big plans for her future. She was looking forward to going back to school and becoming something, possibly getting a degree. I believe she was looking forward to getting a degree in the medical field. And she did have a case of domestic violence case against him previously. But from what I'm hearing, it's alleged that he pressured her and she ended up dropping the charges against him. Okay. And this is sad because this is all too common, and it happens a lot of times when it comes to Black women who are victims of domestic violence. They're often pressured by the abuser or the abuser's family or even their own family to drop the charges. Okay. And it's sad that not in all 50 states, that's not, you know, because like, for example, in the Midwest, in some states in the Midwest, because I'm from the Midwest, if you come to the police and you're complaining about a situation and it's domestic violence related, the prosecutor is the one who picks up that case. And when the prosecutor picks up the case, the DA picks up that case. That means that when you're pressured to drop those charges or whatever, it's no longer your case. It's the prosecutor's case. So when somebody comes along and they try to pressure you, they're asking the wrong person to drop the charges. It's no longer your case. It is the DA or the prosecutor's case. And not only is it their case, but you are now seen as a witness to their case. Okay. And I know for sure, they won't drop those charges. And I'm glad that some states in the Midwest have that set up like that, because like back in the day, from what I'm hearing, especially from my relatives, is that in the 80s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was high domestic violence rates in the Midwest. And obviously, law enforcement wanted to do something to change it, to curb those numbers. And this was one of the things that they began to do to change it. And so, like I said, like where I'm from in the Midwest, and I know Tennessee has it as well, they have it to where you are seen as a witness and the prosecutor is now the person pushing that case. Okay. But anyways, let me continue. So it says in the Titusville police report, officers were responding to a domestic incident call, and on arrival, they witnessed Johnson, the abuser, with a rifle chasing Madden. Okay. She was covered in blood and trying to get to a neighbor's house. Now imagine that, y'all. Imagine you're trying to run away from some demonic monster. You have a one hand that is completely disabled because your hand is almost dismembered. Okay. And he's chasing you. He attacked you with a machete and now he's chasing you with a rifle. And it's absolutely unimaginable. I can't begin to even imagine what Tykara went through that night. And it's like, I would be basically speaking the obvious if I was to say like she didn't deserve this. Obviously she didn't deserve this. You know what I'm saying? I literally have no words, y'all. And I really need Black women to become aware of who we're living amongst. Okay. So let me continue to read this. So it says she was covered in blood and she was trying to get into a neighbor's house. Okay. According to the affidavit, the officer saw him shoot Madden. Okay. And there has been a lot of uproar about this case because people were upset because the police saw him shoot this young lady. And people were wondering, why didn't they intervene? Okay, I also was wondering, why didn't they intervene? You see somebody running for their lives, you're witnessing it. I believe, police at that time, they had a right to go ahead and take him down. It's just no question about that. Okay. But let me continue reading. So it says police say Johnson dropped his rifle and ran, but was quickly apprehended by officers. Okay. He should have been stopped with a bullet long before them. That's just my opinion though. So let me keep reading. It says neighbor Robert Cecil says he watched the entire incident in real time. It was his house that Madden was trying to get into. He was at work, but his security system alerted him on his cell phone. I could immediately see what was going on and I can hear her screaming for help. It was a horrifying type scream. She was screaming for her life, y'all. This is just it just breaks my heart, especially because she was so young. Okay. I saw them struggling around in the yard and her trying to get away from him. Imagine trying to get away from somebody that is trying to take your life and you're already again disabled because you have a right hand that's almost dismembered. And I I'm not trying to creep y'all out or gross y'all out, but I have to make this real to y'all. Okay. Too many Black women and girls, and children, in general are passing away. And I have to make this real to y'all. I have to allow y'all to hear the real and rawness of what is going on. Because hopefully, somebody will come along and listen to Black Women Aware and want to jump on board to further change things. Okay. So, so Robert Cecil, the neighbor whose house Tykara Tykara Madden was trying to get into, he continues on and he says he saw them struggling around in the yard and her trying to get away from him. I called 911. 911 had already been called though by all of the neighbors. Cecil has turned the footage over to detectives. According to the preliminary investigation, Johnson, the abuser, attacked Madden with a machete, slashing her before shooting. Then she was initially transported to what police described as severe sharp edge weapon wounds and a gunshot wound to the head. Okay, so he didn't only try to slash her up with that machete, he attacked her with a rifle as well. Imagine the rage and the anger that one must have for somebody else, all because she wanted to leave him alone. Again, this is why the lives that I will be doing, I might as well call it a series, that I will be doing on rejection are so important. Because I need Black women to understand who you are dealing with. These are not people suffering from mental illness. These are people suffering from, what did we talk about in the Ari Reed case? What was I talking about, y'all? Emotional dysregulation. That's what WebMD is calling it. This is who you are dealing with. People who don't know how to regulate their emotions and people whose ego is so fragile, they don't know how to accept no. They don't know how to accept rejection. And I believe it's more than so-called love. Don't do this, y'all. I hate when people say that love is, he was so in love with her. No. This is not love. Love does not hurt and harm people. Okay. Love does not do that. Okay. And not only that, but for you to want to unalive somebody and want to see them suffer by torturing them, slashing them with a machete, you know what I'm saying? Then chasing her down with a rifle. That's not love. That's pure rage. That's hatred. Okay, that's somebody mad because they can't control the actions of somebody else. It goes deeper than that, though, y'all. It's something with these men that I believe they think they are missing, and they want to take it out on black women. You know what I'm saying? It's not, this ain't love, you know. And one thing that I hate that abusers like to do to their victims is they like to throw a pity party. Okay. They like to make people feel sorry for them. And, oh, woe is me. That's why if you were old enough to watch the first part of the Ari Reed case that I just covered, because the first part had to be age restricted. If you were old enough to see the first part of the Ari Reed case, you know that I was going over the pity party and how these abusers, they like to, you know, invoke pity and try to, you know, seem so pitiful, and they're the victim, even though, just like in the Ari Reed case, Ari Reed, y'all, was out there in the parking lot, lied out in the snow like a piece of garbage. This man shot her down, and all the while he had her child or their child in his apartment, feeding the child or whatever, and he shot her down like an animal. But oh, he's crying and, oh, I'm about to take my own life, and life is just too much. But you just unalived this woman, and now she's out in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Like a piece of garbage. And abusers like to do that. They like to try to make people feel sorry for them. And I have to wonder, what is it in these grown men, you know what I'm saying, that they want people to see them like their children or treat them like their children, and they're not. Okay. So, I mean, is there anybody else out there who's thinking like I'm thinking? Like, what is wrong with these people? Okay, you can only blame your childhood for so much. Like, we all had, I ain't gonna say all, because some people out there have very good childhoods, but I'm gonna say it's a lot of people out there who had hellish childhoods, who had a lot of crazy shit go on, but some people bounce back. They don't allow that to dictate their whole lives. Okay, you're only a child for 18 years. Okay, let's think of everybody as let's just use an example of everybody being blessed to live to 100. 18 minus 100. If you take 18 away from 100, you have 82 years of adulthood. Okay, so you mean to tell me that you're going to use those other 82 years of your life and allow what happened in those 18 years to control you for the rest of your life? At some point in time, you have to seek therapy. You have to seek medical help or whatever, or professional medical help, in other words, and get over the things that happened to you in your past or whatever. I don't even think it's just that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go through traumatic past. I went through a traumatic past. I had things happen to me as a child that should never have happened to me. I have never once thought to do the things that these men have done. So I had to take it a step further and just call them as I see them. These are demons that are walking amongst us, y'all. That's what this is. I can't think of no other way for it. I can't think of no other way to put it. You know, I really can't. So let me continue on. So it says Robert Cecil, the neighbor, he turned over his camera footage to detectives to obviously aid them in their case. According to the preliminary investigation, Johnson, the abuser, attacked Madden with a machete, slashing her before the shooting. Okay. She was initially transported with what police described as severe sharp-edged weapon wounds and a gunshot wound to the head. The victim's sister, Zariah, told WESH, "I just want to tell my sister that I love her, and I'm sorry that this happened to you, and we will miss you very much." Okay? So that's what her family had to say. And one thing that I also wanted to point out is that it is being said that allegedly when Tykara Madden wanted to cut this thing off with Johnson, the abuser, when she was trying to cut it off, she worded it like, okay, I don't want to be in a romantic relationship with him anymore. I just want to be his friend. Let me tell y'all something, because I read between the lines a lot. She didn't want to be that man's friend. Let's just keep it real. She did not want to be his friend. What she was trying to do was let him down easy, because she knew how sensitive this motherfucker was. She knew he couldn't take rejection. She also knew that she couldn't take living her life walking on eggshells anymore, and that she wanted out. And it's absolutely nothing wrong with that. She had every right to leave that demon alone if she so chose to. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that it's alleged that she said that she was going to cut off the romantic relationship and she just wanted to be friends with him, that told me, right then and there, because, especially because of how he attacked her and murdered her, y'all, she wasn't trying to be that man's friend. She was trying to let him go easy, because who's to say? I don't know how long she was in a relationship with Johnson, but I can tell y'all, she was probably in this toxic relationship or whatever, seeing how crazy this fool can get. Because believe me, if he attacked her with a machete and he then shot her down like an animal with a rifle, y'all miss me and don't get under my in my comment section and tell me that this girl didn't witness this man doing other demonic, evil, violent things. You know what I'm saying? She had witnessed that. Okay, I believe that in my heart that she witnessed that, especially because it's alleged that she was trying to press charges on him before and was pressured out of going through with that case. Okay, she was pressured out of it and dropped the charges. Okay, we don't know who pressured her out of going through with the case, but she dropped the charges. Okay. So again, like whenever I hear somebody and they're in this situation, something like this happen, and they say, "Oh, I just want to be friends with him," I'm very scared for somebody like that, because I know that that woman, she don't want to be friends with him. She's just trying to let him go easy. She's trying to gently. It's almost like, being in a trap, and only way for you to get out the trap, you can't wriggle too fast, because if you wriggle too fast, you will entrap yourself even worse. Okay, so you got to move slow. You have to ease yourself out, and that's what Tykara was trying to do. And sadly, this demon caught up to her and took her life. Okay, and I hope like hell that they send him like right back to hell, where he should, where all demons belong. Okay, and I really do mean that shit. I'm not just talking. I really do mean that. Somebody who could do something like that so vile to a young woman, all because she wanted to move forward and do something with her life, and she didn't want to be with his trifling, toxic ass anymore. They need to be in hell. Fuck a jail cell. But that's all I got for y'all. This is Candace Yvette. Y'all remember to please be safe, be alert, and be aware. Leave what you believe or what you think in the comment section below. Just remember to always be respectful of the victims. Again, this is Candace Yvette, and I am signing off. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Candace Yvette again. I would like to again thank everybody for watching my videos and being concerned about the injustices that Black women and children face every day right here in America. Before you go, I would like to leave you with some very important and helpful information. Now, this first number I'm going to leave you with is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline number. Their number is 1-800-273-8255. Okay, and they're available 24 hours a day. Okay, if you need help or if you know somebody who could use that information, please pass it along. Now, this next number is the National Domestic Violence Hotline number, and again, they're available 24/7. Their number is 800-799-7233. You can also text them at 88788. Text START, okay? START to 88788. That number will also be on the screen. You can also chat with them or visit their official website. Now, if you go on the website and your web history or your browsing history is being monitored by your abuser, you can hit the X or the escape button, and the site will immediately take you back to your search engine, or Google or Yahoo or whatever search engine that you guys may be using. Okay, now if you or anybody can use those numbers, please pass them along. You could be helping to save someone's life and the life of their children. Okay, again, this is Candace Yvette. Thank you for watching today's video. You all please remember to be safe, be alert, and be aware.